Well, hello everybody. Hello everybody. Welcome back to another episode of To a Woman's Heart, where we uplift, motivate, encourage, and empower women. So, as you see, we're having a little technical difficulties tonight. Things are not working like I would want them to work, but it's okay. We're gonna go on in Jesus' name. Things happen. Okay, so had to swap computers at the last minute. But anyway, um, so tonight's Wednesday Nuggets is called The Choice. And in life, we make a lot of choices, we make a lot of decisions. Some are good and some are bad. And so I'm going to start off tonight with, as usual, the definition of choice. So the definition of choice is a noun. It is an act of selecting or making a decision when faced with two or more possibilities, the choice between good and evil. Option, alternative, possibility, possible course of action, solution, answer, way out. Is an adjective, especially of food of very good quality. He picked some choice early plums. Synonyms: superior, first class, first rate, prime, premier, grade A, best, finest, more. Of words, phrase, or language: rude and abusive. He had a few choice words at his command. Synonyms: rude, abusive, insulting, offensive, and unprintable. Okay? The question: have you made good choices or bad choices? Either one, how did it benefit you with the choices that you made? Did you think long and hard before you made those choices, or did you just decide on the spur of the moment? In life, we have to make many choices or decisions, but do we really make them with all the details of what is right or wrong to do, or do we do them on a whim? We don't think the decisions we make will have impact immediately or later. When we make bad choices, we get angry when someone tells us or asks us, why did we do that, or think that was a good idea? Our reactions are immediate defense, and the most common response is, I am grown. I can do what I want to do, and you would be correct. Then the question you should ask yourself: if you are grown, why did the choice you made have an effect on your life? Why is it when we make the wrong choice and it turns out bad, we want sympathy from the very individuals who told you it was not a good choice? We lie about the situation, thinking it will make it better, only to realize that it made it worse. We choose the wrong man because we are desperate to be in a relationship, never one asking or thinking what he has to offer or even understanding what you require from a relationship. We just go along with the program, knowing full well this is not a relationship. We allow the individual to constantly take from us, making us feel less and less worthy, and eventually losing our confidence and our self esteem. His goal is to break you down. Now you feel because he has planted in your head that no one else will want you, you are no good for nothing or no one. It is it is in that time we make the choice to accept what is being said to us without question. We have chosen to take what someone has said about us as face value and never once questioning the reasons why or even considering that it's not true. We choose to accept the lie instead of the truth. We choose to accept living in the past instead of the future. It's all a decision we make. We as women become bitter and angry because we allow someone to take our freedom of choice. We place them in position for the sake of the title of being wife, girlfriend, or side piece and never receiving any benefits or recognition. We give away our choice to be treated right because we don't set the foundation up front. So he tries and ease things and situations in to see how you will handle it or if you will allow it. The more you let him or them do what they want, the more they take from you because you choose not to stop it. We are the drivers of our destiny, and can't no one do anything to you unless you allow them to. So you have to ask yourself the question, why do you allow it? If he cheats on you in the relationship, you think by you choosing to have a baby for him, it will make him stay, and it will not. Now you have disrupted your life and placed a child in a position that the child should not be placed in. You take away the child's position to be raised in a loving, caring family because you chose to play games and trap someone for selfish benefit. Then you realize it did not work. So now the child suffers from the decisions you made. Do you think that was fair? We as women choose to be a side piece, professing that we are okay with him showing up every now and then, stating you are okay with getting the time that you get when you can't get it, only to realize as time goes by and the more you give of yourself, the more you want from the relationship that has restrictions from the beginning. However, you think you are more woman than you are more of a woman that you can change his mind and make him leave his family to come be with you. You chose this path. You accepted the position of side piece. Now you want to change the rules of the game midstream, and that's not how it goes. This is where you have to really think about your choices, because choices like these have issues as well as repercussions, and they usually don't end well. Most of all, you should ask yourself the question, what is it within you that you feel that choice is your only option? That you are only good enough for being the side piece and never the main course? Are you comfortable with sloppy seconds, third, fourth, fifth, or even sixth? Do you realize how much you are playing Russian roulette with your life? These are some things that are not even considered because you want what you want in that moment. The quicker you get something, the quicker you lose it. When you tell him you have chosen him and you want him to choose you and leave his wife and he tells you no, then you want to make phone calls and drive-bys, not realizing you are not only putting your life in jeopardy, but you agreed to it. No vagina is that powerful to change the course that has already been set. Babies are left without a father. You are left without a man or your dignity. Now, all men are dogs, and you mad as hell for something you set yourself up for. Or how about the marriage that is open and you decided to go along with what your man wanted, not realizing that it will cause a problem down the line? Or let's talk about meeting a man and choosing to bring him into your home with your children before you even know anything about him. Not only are you placing your life in jeopardy, but your children as well. We as women are so trusting. And you have to wonder, why is that? You don't need to know his background, what kind of work he does, or even if he works. Is he crazy or a jealous man? Has he been checked for any disease? And do you know the results before you choose to jump into a situation ship? At this point, it's not a relationship because you know nothing about this person. We give keys to our houses and cars, access to bank accounts and credit cards. And then when he robs us blind, we say, I can't believe he did this. Well, you should believe it because you made the choice to give freely without any checks, balance, or verification to who he was because of your desperation to have a man. We have options to accept or deny, and yet we chose to accept and deny that he is no good. He is only there to take from you, and you allow the path to take all that you have, even yourself. Women choose to stay in marriages and have no clue about the finances, or even if their names are on anything. When divorce occurs, you find that you are left with nothing. 20 plus years, and you have nothing, but you choose to give all that you had in the relationship and to the marriage. You made the choice to allow someone that was supposed to love you and have your best interests at heart control you and kept you in the dark. And now you say, how could he do this to you? And I say, how could you do it to yourself? Mothers can choose to give their daughters better tools when it comes to dating or being in a relationship. However, how can you prepare your daughter or even your sons in dealing with others and making the right decisions and choices when you have not learned how yourself? Did you choose to see what were the learnings when things did not work out in any relationship? Or did you choose to ignore and continue the same repetitive cycle? You always find yourself stirring up the same mess over and over again. It is always someone else's fault instead of the person you see in the mirror. How many times will you choose something or someone that has no value before you realize you are worth so much more? When will you feel it is a good time to start to make better choices for yourself and not anyone else? You can only fake it for so long. Why do we choose to be something that we are not? Trying to impress people we don't like or even matter. Why do we choose to try and keep up with the Jones when we don't have the means? We spend our lives being a copycat of someone else. Hey, that is not you. Get in your own lane and stay there. Learn who you are and be who you are, not anyone else. What's wrong with being who you are for you? What's wrong with living your life for you? What's wrong with having expectations in any relationship? Don't you feel you are worth making better choices? You aren't sick and tired of recycling the same mess over and over again? In your relationship, it's always someone else's fault. They are this and they are that, but you had no part in it. You have been married multiple times, and yet every time your response, it is them, why it didn't work. I guess you forgot it was two people in a relationship. We can choose to work on it to be better, or are we always passing blame and it seems that passing blame is our way out? We lie, steal, cheat, and that is a choice. We have lied so much to ourselves, we cannot distinguish the truth. No one cares who you date or who you say you love. The most important thing is how the individuals treat you. We make a choice always to settle for less, never wanting more. We are just happy where we are with the little that we have, never thinking we deserve more. We make a choice to break friendships for selfish reasons. We make a choice to be jealous of someone else's happiness. A lot of things we make decisions, you may say, based on someone else, how they treated you or what they said to you. But even in all that, it is a choice of how we respond. You may just find that what you were thinking or assuming you knew, you really didn't know, but you made a choice to not find out. If he doesn't marry you, you are okay, but you have 4 to 6 kids by him. Help that to make sense. You have been with this person for 10 plus years and have no 401k you can collect because you are not married, but living like you are. Yet you say marriage is not for you. However, when he dies, someone else steps up unknown to you and they take everything you thought you had. Remember, it was your choice to accept the living conditions while he collected all the benefits. When did you make the choice to cheapen your value? When did you make the choice to give him all that he needs and you get nothing in return? If after 2 years he has not made his mind up what he wants to do, then you should take a long, hard look at the reasons why. You get to choose whether you will accept it or deny. We give up our cookies freely and our heart for someone to walk all over it. Just clean their feet off. Why? The funny part is most will accept it for the fear of being alone. What you may need to think about is it may be time for you to be with yourself so you can get to know who you are and what you desire for a relationship. We have the option to break the cycle of bad habits and decisions we make. We can choose to stay in the abusive relationship or not. We can choose whether we want to stay with the cheater, liar, or not. We can choose to stay with someone if they are disrespectful. You have the option to choose how you allow someone to treat you and take from you. You have that option. No one else. People can only do what you allow them to. In your choices, whether good or bad, you should be able to live with them. If you don't want anything for your life, that is your choice. You can't blame anyone else. If you want to deal with a cheater, that is your choice. You can't blame anyone else. If you want to keep having babies for that man and no commitment, that is your choice. No one else. If you want to stay in a loveless relationship, that is your choice. No one else. If you are okay with him treating you like trash, that is your choice and no one else. If you are okay with being sloppy seconds, that is your choice and no one else. If you are okay with the label of being called a hoe, that is your choice and no one else. If you want to give a man all your money, that is your choice and no one else. Just know with what you accept or however you accept it, you have to deal with the impact of your decision. No one else is responsible but you. Don't expect any sympathy or understanding for something that is stupid you decided to do. You could have chosen to make a different choice. We like to blame others for our choices, especially when they don't turn out right. It reflects on no one but you, the person who is sitting, standing, and walking in it. You feel the eyes peeling your way from the decisions you made. You hear the conversations and get mad immediately. Remember, you made those choices. You have to learn how to make better decisions and choose wisely. Think it out before you step in. Ask questions, the necessary questions, and be truthful with yourself. It's in those moments of being honest with yourself that you may find the answers you need to make better choices. The key is being truthful no matter how hard it is to deal with it. Sometimes bad decisions are from things we have seen or lived, especially when it comes to addiction. We feel we can hide from what we don't want to face. So we choose to numb from the pain or facing whatever it is that is bothering us. It's time to do a self-evaluation so we can make better choices in our lives, no matter what it is. You can't let no one think for you. You have to think for yourself and do for yourself. Control is a choice. God gave us a choice to accept or not. So why do you think you don't have a choice in anything else? You can make the choice to be a better you. Release the weight, address some things, and realize you are worthy of a lot of things. Place some value on yourself. You make the decisions of what and how your life should look. It's your life. Let's make better decisions from this day forward. Choose yourself and make better choices for yourself. Realize that you are the prize. Once you believe that you are a gem, you will make better choices for yourself. Let's do better. Choose yourself. You are so worth it. This is your Wednesday Nugget. Share these gems to help someone else. I hope and I pray these conversations and these little Wednesday Nuggets will give you some insight. When I'm doing these Wednesday Nuggets, I don't know what God is going to give me to talk about. And so these are the topics that he have given. And so when I start typing, I start writing, it just pours out. And I know a lot of us have made some decisions that has had great impact on our lives. But we need to understand in the decisions, in the choices that we made, we can't let those define who we are and make us something that we're not. Everybody makes mistakes in their life. Everybody fall for the wrong man. Everybody get into the wrong relationship, whether it be dating relationships or friendships. Those are the choices that we made at that particular time. But we have an option to correct that, and we can change the course in which we was going and take another course. So we need to just sit down at times and just write a checklist for ourselves and do a self-evaluation and know that whatever it is, you are important. Your decisions are important. Your values are important. What you want out of life is important. You have that choice to accept or deny whoever or whatever comes your way. We don't have to take all the treatments that is put before us. We can deny those treatments. We don't have to accept or choose to allow somebody to use and misuse us. We can deny that, especially when it's not healthy for us. And then we as women need to understand our choices are reflected upon our children, because when they see us making bad choices, they think that's good choices to make. So we have to make a conscious effort to make better choices, to set better examples for our daughters and our sons who's watching us do what we do. Choices about our finances, better choices. Choices about choosing a mate, better choices. Choices about knowing that we have worth, that we have value. That's a choice. Never let anybody take that from you. You stand on those grounds knowing that you are that strong individual. Don't give nobody no options to change who you are as an individual. All right. So I hope and I pray that these Wednesday nuggets helps me, help us to become better individuals and make better choices for our lives and ourselves. And again, I say, stop beating yourself up. We've all made bad choices. We've all made bad decisions. We thought they was good decisions at the time, but as time went along, we found out those were not good decisions. But the song said, we fall down, but we get up. So if you fall down from a bad choice or it knock you down, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep it moving. It's a learning lesson. Learn from it and keep it moving. Let nothing stop you from pressing forward. No one and nothing nobody has to say about you, because, as I've said before, misery loves company. And when people see that you have decided to make better choices and you're no longer going to follow the path that you're going, they want you to stay where they're at. So you still have the choice to stay where the crazy people at doing the same stuff. They're recycling the same mess over and over again. Or you have the choice to step out of that box and move on to something better. It's always your choice. Nobody controls your decision and your choice but you. And that's something that we should be constantly reminded of in the forefront. We are the controllers of the destiny of our lives, what we will and will not allow. All right. So I hope that you have enjoyed these Wednesday nuggets. And I'm going to find out what the technical difficulties was on the other end. But please share these little gems with somebody. Again, like I said, you never know what it may do for someone or how it may save someone's life or how it may help somebody to be better and know that they are not alone in this struggle called life. All right. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media outlets. That's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, Pinterest, and take somebody to the YouTube channel and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, like and comment, all that good stuff. We are a sisterhood. We're building and bonding and believing. All right. Y'all have a good one until we talk again.